Hello, and welcome to another video on Battle Champion. It's been a while since the last video, and that's because there's a cool new feature I've wanted to show off. Unfortunately, it's still not quite ready, so I figured I'd show a couple battles and go over some of the other changes first. So today I'm going to be looking at one of the daily battles here. It's Friday today, so the daily battles are sort of 3 versus 3 battles today that give money. So I wanted to show this one because I thought the enemy had an interesting team here. They have MFO, Planet, and Tunja, who all have some fairly interesting mechanics. So I'm going to counter their team with Sparklion, Rockstrich, and Cashew. So I'm starting off with Sparklion here because he kind of has like a move that's good against all of them. So I know that regardless of who they send out first, it's going to be a relatively favorable matchup for me. And then we just got the other two here to sort of help with cleanup in case things go wrong, which they might because this battle's actually pretty hard. So we got MFO to start. I'm going to start off Megabyte. Usually I would start a battle as Sparklion with Excitement, which is a pretty useful buff. But against MFO, I really just want the damage. And Megabyte is quite strong. So let's see what it's going to do this turn. It's going to focus. So I'm actually going to switch out. We got good damage. And I want someone else in here to deal with this. So MFO has been spamming Focus, which is a move that raises its intelligence, so I'm now going to use Distract, which has the opposite effect. So it actually reduced its intelligence. And so when it comes to buffs in this game, the sort of positive buffs and negative buffs override each other. So right now he was at +1 intelligence, and then he gets hit by Distract, and it moves him to -1. And so now if he focuses, then he goes back to +1. So you can see that this sort of results in a bit of a back and forth here, although due to sort of one of MFO's unique mechanics, which is this overclock status, he's actually sort of losing health from this exchange, so I'm fine with continuing this little status war for now, because I'm just getting further and further ahead. Now he's probably going to try to use a heal this turn, because he also has a heal available. But, you know, I've basically gotten half of his health down for doing practically nothing. Yeah, well, I actually went for an attack in expectation of the heal, and he did buff, but that's fine. So we clamped him. It's going to overclock again. Okay, so he actually attacked this time. That was a decent amount of damage, but I can heal too, so I'm not too worried about that. So what's he going to do this turn? That's probably the buff again. No, it's an attack. Okay, I'm going to need to heal soon. So we're going to get a little bit more damage here. He's probably going to try to heal, but I'm going to also heal here. Rockstrich has kind of a unique move here in Breather, which is a fairly powerful and repeatedly usable healing move. The only sort of stipulation is that you can't use it every turn. But sort of the advantage of... Oh, wow, okay, I didn't need that critical. I'm going to have to heal again. But this sort of allows Rockstrich to stay in battle for a long time, but it has the disadvantage that it gradually lowers my speed, which allows me to be hit critically more often, like you just saw a turn ago. So I think I'm actually... Well, what's he going to do? Okay, that's his strongest attack. That's an attack called Meteor, which is going to do a lot of damage. In fact, I'm actually dead. Although I'm fine with that. I'm willing to lose Rockstrich there, because that lets me get someone else in to try to finish him off. Now I'm going to use Sparklion. He might try to heal, but even if he does, I'm going to be able to take so much health off with Megabyte. I think there's a good chance... Oh, he's actually just dead. So now, that did a lot of damage there, and that's because of sort of an anti-stall mechanic in the game, which is called Fatigue. Sort of the more turns you're in battle, and the more often you heal, the more damage you start to take from enemy attacks. So that's why I wanted to bring Rockstrich in, to have that sort of little stall war with Distract and Focus, because all the time that was happening, MFO was getting more and more fatigued, so as soon as Sparklion came in, he was just able to easily deal the finishing blow. Now that battle easily could have gone on much longer, because MFO also has access to a healing move that it actually never showed us, but even then, it was still enough to sort of add enough fatigue damage for me to get the kill there. So right now I have powered up my energy field to 3 charges, which is the maximum. That gives Claw a chance to inflict shock. I just got it there. So her next move is going to be really slow. I can safely Mega Bite here, and I know it will outspeed for sure. Because shock makes you charge slow. And so that's Planette out of there. We're looking in pretty good shape. So I might as well just keep attacking. There's a decent chance that we might lose Spark Lion here. Actually, I'm changing my mind. After getting hit by that blind, I think I want to switch out. I'm just going to come in here to do a Stink Bomb instead, which will take off some of Tunja's health, and also sort of prevent it from being able to inflict status, which is good, because I figured he was going to go for Dizzy, which missed because he himself got dizzied first. Dizzy is actually very powerful against Cashew, who is super reliant on this Nut Gather move, which is heavily foiled by Dizzy. So I really wanted to come in and grab that. I'm going to eat this nut here for a speed boost. So I really wanted to come in here and get Stink Bomb out so that he wouldn't be able to mess with my status. He's still going to try, but he missed it again. He knows that like getting Dizzy on me is so highly valuable that he was still willing to chance it. Now, I actually don't think Cashew is going to win this battle, but as I was talking about before, we're still accumulating fatigue on Tunja here, which will allow Spark Lion to finish the battle off more easily. So that one is going to hit. He had recovered from Dizzy by now. So hopefully I don't miss gathering a nut. I did. That's one of the big annoyances about being... oh, and he stole my buff too. That's annoying. I forgot that buffing against him is kind of dangerous, because he has that move that can copy your buffs. Now, so I missed getting a nut again. Dizzy is really detrimental to Cashew here. It's a very hard counter to pretty much the entire family. Oh, what did I get? Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. I'm going to bury that. So one of the things that Cashew and other of the sort of monsters of the same line can do is this bury move, which allows them to bury a nut for another monster. So now when I switch into... Spark Lion in a moment, he's actually going to get some health back, which is nice. So we can get a bit of damage. But I think we've put Spark Lion in a good place to win this battle. So we get the Bean effect here, which actually gives us regen, so I don't get the health immediately. I have to attack at least once. But so I'm going to go with a fast attack to make sure I get the health before I get hit. So I'm looking pretty good. That's a 2-shot kill, and I don't think there's any way he can 2-shot me in return. Oh, maybe he can with a critical. This is going to be right down to the wire. I hope I outspeed. I do. Well, we won. That was very close, but thank goodness for regen. And so I won that one. But yeah, I mainly wanted to show that battle because I knew it was going to be fairly long. One of the big changes that has gone in since the last version of the game is that the game actually runs faster now. Like the bars fill up quicker. So longer battles like that now sort of just don't feel as arduous. That was also made sort of for early game battles where you don't have too many options available. That helps those battles go by quicker too. So you might notice that just the pacing of the battle seems better in general. This next battle that I want to show is actually one of the boss battles in the game. These things back here on the bottom of the event battles are sort of like the storyline missions. So as you sort of go through these events, you face different challenges like tournaments and specific battles, and then eventually you can fight these sort of boss battles where you can actually unlock the legendary monsters in the game. And I'm on one of those battles now, which is against Angel Egu, who is sort of a special monster who you don't encounter outside of these sort of special events. But so this event is based around him, and you can unlock him here. Now this is like sort of a mechanic that you would tend to see in like mobile games, where there's these sort of special events. But unlike in mobile games, this does not actually ever go away. This event is just there until you beat it. You actually have to do all of the events for the legends in order. So I'm trying to decide who I want to bring here. I think we also want Tunja. Maybe Rockstritch is the third. I don't really know who's going to come out first. We'll see what happens. Okay, we got Tegu first. Tegu is a team supporter of sorts. He has access to the best buffing move in the game, which is called Omni Buff, and I think he's going to do that on his first turn. This raises all of his stats by 1 stage. So it's sort of like a tremendously powerful move. And then he also has another move called Present, which actually allows him to sort of give his buffs to a teammate. So obviously a fairly strong strategy is you could use Omni Buff and then use Present to try to buff someone else. And have him buffing the Legendary would be pretty scary. But that may just be what we have to deal with. Something I could go with to foil his strategy here is I could King's Roar. As we saw before, this inflicts Dizzy, so we could try to mess up his Present here. If he goes for Present, he did, and it might fail. It didn't fail. Well, it was a good theory anyway. We can probably at least kill him off. Taking more damage than I would like to, but I think we can get him out of here. It's one more hit. And he just wasted his turn buffing. Alright, get out of here. So who's coming in next? I think there's a decent chance it is Angel Egu. Okay, no, it's actually Morgy, so he gets the present effect here. So now Morgy has all of those buffs. So I guess I'm going to Excitement here for another attack buff. I don't think Morgy can kill me in 1 turn. I should tank that, right? Yeah. And then we'll go for Hyper Dash. I think Morgy has medium armor. Probably should have checked that before. Okay, it does. That was not as much damage as I was expecting, though. I can actually King's Roar again to mess up his stats. I think I'm going to. Or to mess up his moves. I'm probably dead, but that's fine. Okay, I've had quite enough of these boosted stats, so we're going to bring in Rock Stritch and immediately get rid of that boosted intelligence. So Morgy's sort of special ability here is this Transcendent status. It starts a 3-turn timer, and when the timer runs out, Morgy becomes invincible. So, I'm pretty much not going to be able to do anything 2 turns from now, but depending on how damaged I am, I might be able to heal. Because you can still heal, you just can't use any status attacks or attempt to do damage. It will just be blocked. So I'll probably just heal. I'm actually just going to sit here and wait out his next attack. Now I'll start healing. Because I have to wait 2 turns anyway, because he gets 2 turns of invincibility. I might as well heal on the 2nd turn, so I don't waste like my next turn there. Okay, we're looking pretty good. I should be able to clean this up fairly easily. 1 more Rockfall will get rid of him. And then we just have Angel Egu to deal with. Now, Angel Egu will be having the effect of Encourage, which gives it a bit of a stat buff. But there's not too much I can do about that. It's still a 2 against 1, so we should be in relatively good shape. I also want to try to destroy Angel Egu's magic, which is why I didn't switch out to Tunja before the end of that fight. Okay. So I cannot use a status attack here. I have to break that. So what that did is that put up a shield status. Shield will basically block the next hit, and it also completely blocks status until something breaks it. Egu actually, or Angel Egu has a special version of that called Guardian Angel, which will actually also give a shield to the next monster to come in. But since all of Angel Egu's allies are dead already, it doesn't really gain that benefit from it. So this is probably going to be a bit of a slow battle here. That hammer hit is also a pretty good strike move that pretty much always inflicts Dizzy. So I missed because of Dizzy. That's annoying. I'm just going to keep spamming Distract for now to stall out Dizzy's timer. Because I don't want to attempt to heal in Dizzy, because I might fail to heal, which could be very detrimental. Even if Rock Stritch goes down here, I'm fairly confident Tunja can finish this off. I got interrupted again. Ah, well, whatever. I'm out of Dizzy now. You can keep doing status barrier. I don't really care. I don't have any status attacks I can use against you. Okay. So I got some health back. Now we're going to use Distract. And then I'm probably going to try to switch out, because I don't like being -2 speed here. I got dizzied again. Wonderful. And of course we don't hit through. Whatever. Let's just get Tundra in here. I'm so slow right now. Alright, Tundra. It's your turn to deal with this. We're just going to throw Tunjurikins at him over and over. Actually, I wonder if Fire Tenjutsu would do more damage, because he is -int right now. We'll see. Oh, it does. Okay, so we'll use that. It is a little slower, but it's still probably worth it for the extra damage. So Angel Igu can kind of be built as a fighter, but he's also kind of a team supporter as well, having access to Status Barrier and Guardian Angel. Some of the legends are sort of more directly offensive, but Angel Igu is kind of a mixture of a supporter and an attacker. So we pretty much got this. One thing is he does not have access to a heal. And we do. We can use centering here, even though it's really not... Oh, actually, I would probably miss it. Well, we'll see what happens. Did I get the heal? I did. Okay, well, let's finish him off. Okay, so we got him. And so now, with this key, we can actually now go and get Angel Igu for ourselves. Like, we can go back to the menu. Yeah, we want some daily rewards. And we could actually go pick up Angel Igu, because since we beat him, we can now add him to our team. I'll show one really quick battle with Angel Igu, although I don't really have time to power it up right now. Just against Z, which is probably something I can't beat. So Angel Igu's debut is likely just going to be getting killed. But we'll see if we can do anything here. No, that was not damage. Oh, we got Sandstorm coming out. I don't have a good feeling about this. This doesn't look good. It's actually probably better to Spark Ball, I guess. So Sandstorm gives Earth types like Zeet better evasion, which is why I missed there. Oh, okay, we crit. That's some damage. You can see this is a good example of where the boosted speed of the game helps out, because there's really not a lot we can do in this battle, having only 2 moves. But the turns go by pretty fast. I actually might win this after all. Zeke clearly does not have much intelligence in this build, so even though Spark Ball is being resisted, it's still doing reasonable damage. But it's going to be down to the wire. I'd love another critical or something. Zeet also has Endure status, you can see up here, which means that I'm going to have to like deal a lethal attack once to break Endure. So it will take me 2 more hits now. I think I still win, though. Okay, so Endure is now broken. It takes 1 more hit. And we'll smash him with a hammer for the finish. Oh, wow. That could not have been any closer. I can't believe he crit me. Oh, what we missed? That, Okay, well, you can't make this stuff up. So we managed to lose anyway, but it doesn't really matter. I guess I should have Spark Balled, although Spark Ball can miss too. Well, good try, Angel Igu. He probably needs to be powered up some. But anyway, that's enough of a look at the game for today. Hopefully next time we'll be able to look at the new feature. But thanks for watching, and that'll be all for now.